What's up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and in today's video I'm going to show you everything that I eat in a day. I'm going to show you my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and I really hope that you find it helpful because today was a day of simple but flavorful food. So I'm going to show you what I made and how I made it, and I'm going to show you something really cool that you can do with leftover whole grains like brown rice. It's going to seem a little bit weird, but I promise it's delicious, so I hope that you enjoy that. I'm also going to be taking you behind the scenes of a work day, so you'll get to see some of the projects that I'm working on, including an Instagram live that I was doing on this day where part of my job was to watch the movie Okja, and then in the interview we talked about the movie's themes and how they relate to veganism and activism and using art as activism. So that was a great project that I got to work on, and this video is brought to you by Thrive Market, which is where I stock up on a lot of my pantry essentials. You're going to see some of my favorite grocery items throughout this video, and also there's a really great offer for those of you who have been on the fence about trying them. You can now do a monthly membership, a discounted annual membership, and get $20 off your order by checking out the link in the description box, so make sure you check that out. And without further ado, let's get started with breakfast. So I'm sure a lot of you have a container that looks kind of similar to this in your refrigerators with brown rice or whole grains of some kind. This happens to be farro, but any one of those will work. And what you want to do is just add your cooked grains to a bowl and then add cinnamon, cardamom, and a pinch of salt. And then you want to use whatever kind of plant milk you have on hand. I often use soy milk because it's really nice and creamy, but I also like using coconut milk because the flavors work so well with the cardamom and the cinnamon. And then the secret ingredient here is applesauce, or you can use mashed banana as well. But what this does is it helps to bind all of the grains together, and it creates a really nice, creamy, thick consistency that's very similar to oatmeal. So I just mix all this together. I microwave it for a minute and a half until it's nice and warm and thickens a little bit. And then I top it the same exact way I would top regular oatmeal. And on this day I had a very ripe banana, so I sliced that and I put that on top with some runny tahini, a little bit of maple syrup, and some crunchy walnuts. And you guys, this was so good. I wish you could smell it because the cardamom and the cinnamon and the nuttiness from the farro and from the tahini is just so delicious and very easy to make. As you saw, it only took a couple of minutes because I was using leftover cooked grains. So I did write out this recipe, and it is in the description box below if you want to make this at home. So I just got out of the shower. My hair is still wet. I need to blow dry it and all of that good stuff, but I have laundry waiting for me downstairs. Sometimes people will take your laundry out and put it on top of the dryers. I want to make sure that I'm there the second it's done. So I'm gonna have a quick snack, finish getting ready, and then I will make lunch because lunch is going to involve a little bit of recipe testing. So I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna have as my snack. At my mom's house, she always has these late July multigrain tortilla chips, so they always remind me of being home, and I'm just gonna have some of these with some salsa. Oh, they even smell like home. Wait, let's get a perfect one. I know they look healthy because of the flax seeds and stuff, but honestly, they are so good, and they're like the perfect amount of crunchy and salty, and I love these. They're one of my favorites. Yum, yum, yum. And now we play how many tortilla chips can Nikki shove into her mouth before the timer goes off for the laundry. That's the timer for my laundry. Dang it! I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup these days, but I did put on a bit of makeup and pants that button and zip because I wanted to feel a little bit more put together for the interview later that day. So I went ahead and I got ready, and then I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but the way that I kind of structure my recipe testing is around my meal times because I want to make sure that I actually get to go through and use up all of the food that I recipe test. I don't want anything to go to waste. So if I'm going to be making making lunch, I'll see if there's any recipes that I've been trying to work on and perfect for a video, and if I can, I'll incorporate them. So part of the work I was doing earlier this morning was to film my soup recipe. I shot these clips that you're looking at right now for B-roll, so I knew I was gonna have soup and it would be a great opportunity for me to test out my flatbread recipes. So I went ahead and I started working on that, and once it was ready, lunch was served. Okay, I'm just having some lunch. I also included some of this bread, which is part of a recipe video that will be coming out soon. I need to work on it though because it's a little more like a cracker than bread, but it's really good. And I've been like dunking it in, so I am enjoying my lunch. And I just posted on Instagram. I posted a Instagram story and also this really cool movie poster that they made for tonight's Instagram Live. Isn't that cool? So that just went up. I am going to keep eating my lunch, and then I'm gonna actually watch the movie and sit down and take some notes so that I have my talking points for later. And then I've got a blog post to finish before we get started on movie club. I started prepping dinner before the Instagram Live because I wanted to make sure that it was ready by the time we get done. It starts at 7:30. It'll probably go till 8:30, which is a little late for me to have dinner, but if it's ready to go, then I can just quickly warm it up and I'll have something like healthy waiting for me. So went ahead and made it now, and I just pulled out this avocado hummus that I meal prepped recently, and I'm gonna let this thaw on the counter, and this will be like the sauce. And I made like roasted veggies and tofu. I'll show you. So I started by roasting up some cauliflower. I just chopped it into bite-sized pieces and I drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil and sprinkled some salt and pepper. And then I added some za'atar, which is a really delicious seasoning that is pretty much a blend of thyme, sumac, and sesame seeds with a few other herbs and spices in there. But I just tossed that, and then for the potatoes, I did a bit of garlic powder and some smoked paprika and cumin. Smoked paprika is another spice that I love, and a little goes a long way, and it's really, really versatile, so I use this a lot. Then for some crispy tofu, I just went ahead and I cut up some firm tofu. I patted out the extra moisture with a clean towel, and then I tossed it in a little bit of cornstarch, salt, and pepper. And you just want to shake off the excess so you just get a really light coating of this. And if you have kids in the kitchen, this is a great way for them to help you because it's kind of fun to shake off each individual cube so that you have a nice light coating. And then I just spray this with a little bit of cooking spray, and I popped everything into the oven until it was nice and golden brown and crispy. I think the cauliflower is ready to take out. Let's see. I think this guy's ready to come out. Yummy, 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 yummy. I'd say the tofu needs a bit longer. Yeah, these guys look good too. So this can just hang out here, and then when I'm done with the Instagram Live, I'll come make myself a plate and just kind of spoon the pesto on top, and it should be perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go work on a blog post really quickly. I have some photos that I edited that I need to upload, and then I'm gonna freshen up a little bit for Instagram Live, go over my notes, then it'll be time. I'm excited. In the meantime, I'm gonna make some peppermint tea, and then I also have some chocolate. I also have this box of truffles that is about halfway gone already because they're delicious. They're like those really soft truffles that have the cocoa powder on the outside. So, so good. So I'm gonna have a couple of these, maybe some walnuts or something, and tea, and then it'll be time to do the live. These are honestly so delicious. Also gonna have some nuts just so that I get some like fats and protein just to kind of stabilize my blood sugar so I don't get really hungry halfway through. I had 3 of those truffles. They are like instant oxytocin to the brain. Like I'm just immediately happy when I eat those. So this and some nuts, and then it'll be dinner time in like an hour. All right, I've got my tea and I want to show you my Instagram Live setup here. All right, so this is my Instagram Live setup. I have this light in front of me so that my face doesn't have too many crazy shadows. You're hanging out on the Health Nut cookbook. Shout out to Nicole. And this is where we're doing the live. I've got the questions that they sent over here, got my notes over here, multiple beverages. Oh, I'm excited. Everybody watching, pay attention because Violife vegan Parmesan cheese, lemon zest, and salt and pepper on top of anything is going to make it exponentially better. I just feel like I just had a cup of coffee just talking about it because I got so excited. You don't have to go vegan overnight. Just have a vegan breakfast, have some vegan dinners a couple nights a week, try something new. And if you try something that you don't like right off the bat, keep trying because there's vegan food that I have been vegan for 5 years. There's vegan food I don't even like. You know, like not everything is going to be your thing, but there's so much delicious vegan food to be had, and it saves so many animals. It does so many incredible things for the environment. And so keep trying, be open, and have fun with it. And if you need some recipes, I got you.
Holler after good. Stay safe, stay apart, and see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye. Thank you guys. Okay, we had some technical difficulties, but that was amazing. At this point, I was really hungry, so I just took a microwave-safe bowl and I heated up the potatoes and the roasted cauliflower. And I left the tofu at room temperature so that it wouldn't get soggy. But what I did instead was I heated up the pesto sauce and I tossed the crispy tofu cubes in the pesto so it had a lot of flavor. This pesto recipe is in the description box below, and I went ahead and I spooned a little bit more of it on top of the veggies because garlic and basil and lemon zest is good on everything. I finished this with a little bit of nutritional yeast and dinner was ready. I'm gonna try this tofu really quickly while everything else kind of cools down, and then I think I'm gonna put my camera down for a bit and enjoy my evening. I think I'm gonna watch a show. I've been watching Little Fires Everywhere. It's so good, and I think there's a new episode, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna watch that while I eat my dinner, and I'm gonna totally unplug. I've been very plugged into the computer and like the movie and social media and all of that today, so I'm gonna have a little bit of chill out time and decompress a bit, but it's almost time for bed. So I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna watch some TV. This is really good. That is what I ate today, but you might have noticed that a lot of the ingredients, including the coffee and the vegan coffee creamer that I used in this video, were from Thrive Market, and that's because I genuinely shop there often. And if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been a customer for several years at this point because they have such great prices. If you've been wanting to try Thrive Market, there is a new offer that you can get by clicking the link in the description box below, and you'll get $20 off your order as well. They're also doing a lot to really help the community right now, which I think is one of the main reasons that I keep going back to Thrive Market, because they're so focused on giving back. So they're working to help the elderly get the groceries that they need and helping them place orders online. There's also a page that you can donate to the COVID Relief Fund in the description box below, so make sure you check that out as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because that really helps more people see this video. And if you're not subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so go ahead, hit the subscribe button and comment below and let me know if you have seen Okja and if you have any opinions about the movie or some of its themes. I would love to hear about that in the comments below, so leave that and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye.